I'm back, and I am going to run through for you what type of tools I have on my tool pouch for work that I do on a regular basis. I used to have a racketeer pouch. It was called a butt pouch because it had a little flap behind here, just like this one. Whoa. But it didn't have that. So basically you could stick this down in your back pocket and it would kind of sit in your back pocket. I put it near the front, called it a front butt. Got some laughs. But now I'm serious. So we don't do that anymore. I usually take the little chain with the tape thing off because I get annoyed by it. And then the tape would sit maybe on my stripper handle and it just kind of sit there and it would probably lose it and I'd have to get a lot of tape. But for now the tape's there. I got a great idea from a gentleman online in one of the tool forums that I had a hole in the bottom of my pouch from my little screwdrivers sticking through it. He's like, well, I just get a new pouch and I put silicone in there. So this one isn't even made to hold things. It actually has a hole here and it's not a solid pouch. This one here, this little pouch. This is the tough built pouch, by the way. But I just say, hey, let's pass go. Is it pass go or don't pass go? Don't care, doesn't matter. I don't know. I just squirted silicone. I filled it in and made it a solid one. And that's perfect. And then I stick all my I've got little, we used to call them tweakers, but little screwdrivers. We need a really small standard. Standard meaning, flathead Phillips. We need some smaller ones. I've got a couple of bit holders. I like them long. Strong. Down to get these screwing on, as it were, Phillips. I stick them up so I can, I don't know if you guys do this, but I stick them up so I can tell exactly, this is my number 2, this is my number 1. I can grab the thing that I need right away. I've got my favorite screwdriver ever, this little Lennox 9-in-1. Multiple different drivers inside. You flip this thing around, out. You've got different ones plus 2 different size nut drivers. It really feels nice. The Lennox 9-in-1, the handle it's fantastic in the hand. I've got a 1066 punch down screwdriver. You can do foam punch down stuff. And then you pull it out and once again you turn around, reinsert the shaft and you got a screwdriver. Dikes, or some people may know them as side cutters. I use Greenlee. I cut screws with these. Usually all I use them for, and for bending fish tape. Bend a hook on a fish tape. Maybe I'll show that sometime. I like a nice pair of little needle nose. Sometimes you got to reach in and grab things. Knipex. Some people say Knipex, I don't know. I'm going to say Knipex. What is it? You make the call. These little, instead of they're kind of channel locks. You push in and you go. Push in and you go. Push the button. They're like $50, but they feel worth it. They're really nice. And of course my down to 24 gauge Klein wire strippers. I've had these for like 2 or 3 years. They're fantastic. This isn't the best pouch I've ever used, but it's working for what I need it. And being the tough built pouch, this little guy here, you get the clip. There's a clip it comes with that you put on your belt. And I have a hard time finding it sometimes. But once you do, it just clips on, it sits there. And the beautiful part, if anybody out there hasn't realized yet, you got this little release here, right? Look at that. You ready to go? You leave the service call. I push that, pull up the pouch, throw it in the back of the truck, and I'm on my way. What I was doing before with my butt pouch was I had to open up my belt and lace it through the loop thing. And I think it kind of looks a little inappropriate. You're in front of someone's house undoing your pants. So I decided to get away from that. And I like the tough built. As a matter of fact, I love the tough built toolboxes. I'm going to get some for my truck, or at least maybe around the house. And I'm going to do a video about those because I went to Lowe's. I'll tell you, aside from the weird experience with the employee discouraging me from buying their own products they're selling, that was odd. Aside from that, I really am impressed by those tough built boxes, and they're doing like with Milwaukee. They've got where you can put the coffee cup on the rail. They got a coffee cup you can put on there. One of the coolest thing about Milwaukee tools, their toolboxes, right, is you've got the coffee cup. I got guys at work that the coffee cup snaps in there, and now somebody else, come on, you got to agree. Well, you can't because comments are turned off, but you know what I mean. You got to agree that having having a hot cup of coffee on the job site makes the job, in my opinion. Sometimes I've been out there all by myself, it's cold, I've got hot soup or I've got hot coffee, and or sometimes hot chocolate. It makes your morning, I mean, at least for me, I mean, it's fantastic. And that's why I like to heat up food in my truck on the job site, because I can have hot food wherever I am, and it's fantastic. I'm thinking about getting the Makita microwave, but it's like $900. But I think I'll do a video about that one to make some food out on the job site. Fantastic. Only on break time. Only on break time, right? Not on company time. A lot of the guys at work that love Milwaukee, they're all Milwaukee everything, but I love this is the Streamlight Trident headlamp. I remember doing work back in the days, you crawling around in an attic or under a house, there weren't headlamps, at least nothing that we knew about. And it was terrible, but I've got a little battery. This thing, you got hands free, you're out there, you're doing your thing, laying down in the insulation looking for your wiring, right? Or drilling a hole, you got a headlamp on your head, it's perfect. I usually do, when I go out, if it's not on my head, I just kind of hang it over my dikes or something like that. It just goes and it slings around. It's perfect. So this is what I'm using. And for right now, I think it's great. Back when I was a framer, I had a lot of like nail bags, and so I started doing the low voltage stuff, right? And I've got pouches from when I was a framer, and I used to have like nails and all this stuff. And so I'd go into someone's house, and I have to turn sideways to go through doors without, to not scratch things, because I got like all this stuff, and it was heavy, and it was hard on my back. Now I just go in one pouch. I might do a second one, but I think just one. Just need one. That's what I'm using. Tough built. I think it's called a ClipTech. It's a tough built ClipTech. It's not bad. They're like $30 to $40. They make a couple that are real similar. I had to go with the one that would hold the most amount of tools at one time. So this is pretty much everything I need for the most part. And aside from like diagnostic stuff, and I just take that in separately. But this tough built ClipTech, it's good. So take it or leave it, doesn't matter to me. Just letting you know what I found that works for me. There you have it. Bye. Butt pouch. Squirted more.